Thanks for the support as a channel member, Chris Graves. Oh, boys and girls, it's payday. It's that time of year when we actually try and financially keep ourselves afloat for another year. It's the FA Cup second round. We're away against Bradford. We're expecting a big pile of cash. If we manage to get a good result in a football match as well, that will be a bonus. But I just want to make sure that we're filling their ground, or they're filling their ground and then giving us half the money. Money is useful. Hello and welcome to part 21 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have that FA Cup second round tie away against Bradford, and then hopefully a replay, but more realistically, the Rushall game in the league. Since you were last with me, this is what's been going on. I mean, we've not played a huge amount of games because we wanted to show you both the FA Cup games, but we did beat Guiseley, then lost to South Shields, drew at Stafford, all of which means we are still top of the league, but only by a point, and Warrington have a game in hand. South Shields and everyone behind us has a game in hand. Admittedly, no one else is close enough on points to catch us, but we do need to keep an eye on Warrington, who I don't remember Warrington being a team at this level. Obviously they have been for as long as we've been here, but in real life they're a team who've come up through the leagues with us as well, effectively similar to what we had with Newark Flowserve last year at the start of the save. I guess at the start of the save they're a tier 7 team, so it's not quite as unrealistic for them to be at the heights we are as it is for us to be here. It is interesting to see how many teams who aren't in this level in real life are at this level in this save now, and just working out where all the other teams gone. Barnet could be about to drop out of the pyramid, for example, which to me seems insane. Hashtag United up in the National League South, looking to march their way up through the leagues with us. Their badge doesn't fit on the league table properly either. It's obviously a thing about internet football clubs. Right, Bourne are a real club. I just redid their logo. This is the team we're taking to Bradford anyway. We've got Griffin in goal, a back four of Garrett, Morrison, Bartley, and what I think I know a Garrett Morrison. I might have to swap Morrison over to the other side. Garrett, Morrison, Bartley and White, with Buchanan behind Brown and Mundell in midfield. Ford and Sati supporting Plange up front. Let's get into the game. And I thought for a second there it had been postponed. It hasn't been postponed. Excellent stuff. Like I say, we're not that bothered about a result here today. Don't get me wrong. If we can get a draw and get a replay, or even more ridiculous, I mean, do they know that's overpowered and cheating? Even more, if we can somehow find a way to win, that would be sensational. First FA Cup third round in our history. But realistically, Bradford are in League One. They're going to beat us. They're probably going to beat us quite comfortably, but we're going to get a payday as long as the ground is full. The ground doesn't look very full. That's problematic. Ford there. Oh, the ground is so empty. There's not 12,000 people here today, is there? This could ruin everything. When we were looking at the end of the last episode, we did see that they had a Johnson's Paint Trophy, whatever it's called. Plange has just scored an absolute screamer of a free kick, by the way. A 13th goal of the season for him. This one's getting on match of the day. Look at the state of this. Lad from non-league does that away from home at a League One team. 1-0 to us. What I was saying is Bradford did have a game at home, I think it was against Mansfield, in the EFL Trophy that only about 2,000 people came to, and it looks like it might be a similar pathetic attendance for this, in which case we're not going to get our payday. So we've got to win so we can go and get our payday in the next round, which I'm comfortable with. We're still winning at the moment, boys and girls. This is absolute madness. Plange with his goal from a free kick, a stunning free kick, and it's 1-0 at half time. This is absurd. We are the underdogs. Keep reminding them they're underdogs, and get a look at the attendance as quickly as we can so we can work out if we got a payday or not. Come on. Although I'm just as happy not seeing highlights. Sati is injured, which is not good. A foot injury as well. Always worrying. Williams, of course, is a very adequate substitute to be able to bring on for him. They've been battling over that right wing position for a little while. Although, to be fair, in recent matches, Sati has kind of forced his way in and kept his place. That has coincided with us having a difficult run, though. So maybe it's time for Williams to have a run again. There's not been a highlight in this second half yet, which is perfect for us. It's exactly what we want. Ford is having a really poor game, but we don't have Gibson on the bench, which seems like a bit of an oversight on the part of whoever picks this bench. We'll take Mundell off instead, bring Henry on in midfield. As a little change in there. And immediately we're met with a highlight. 6,000 people here. So not 12,000, not the massive payday we were hoping for, but still going to be one of the biggest paydays in our history, I imagine. I can't remember how many fans were at Lincoln a few years ago when we got knocked out at this stage of the competition. Griffin, what a save from Griffin. But I think it was probably around about that number. But I'm starting to care less about the money and more starting to dream that we could be in the hat for the third round because, you know, even if it ends up, even if they score, we're still going to be in the hat. We'll have the replay. Right, we're going to bring on Randall for Ford and stick Plange out onto that left-hand side because Ford just not having a very good game at all. And I don't mind dropping Plange a little bit deeper in the circumstances. I always consider him to be an experienced old head. He's not. He's still one of the youngest players in the team, but that bit of quality, playing a little bit deeper, I can get on board with. We've only gone and done it. We have gone to Bradford and picked up an incredibly unlikely 1-0 win. We're getting a passionate, that was special, lads, because that was special. One of the great moments in the history of Bourne Town Football Club. If that doesn't make you want to go out and buy a shirt with Plange on the back, link in the description, I don't know what does. But obviously we've now got the draw for the first time in our history for the FA Cup third round and all the potential money that comes along with that. Sati's out for a couple of months with a twisted ankle. I mean, I've twisted my ankle. Yes, it hurts, but I was doing PE again that Wednesday. I don't see how that's a 2-month injury. That's unless he's twisted it all the way round. Give Plange a pat on the head. Check the finances as well. Nice little financial injection there. Very much appreciated. But now we want more because we have the third round draw. Let's go away to Manchester United. Here we go then, folks. FA Cup third round tie, draw day. Liverpool, Man City, Bourne and Boston. I cannot believe Boston are still in this. It'll be my luck that we end up drawing Boston at home, our local rivals, and they'll knock us out. And that'll be our experience of the FA Cup third round. I mean, it would be fun having the opportunity to get through to the fourth round, but obviously we normally pick teams we'd like to face, but any Premier League team away, any Championship team away, it would, I mean, this would be perfect. Liverpool away would set us up for 5 years. Curse you, Forest! That one, I mean, we don't want that. I mean, it would be fine. They're both big teams. That's what I mean. Any big club away from home. Norwich, that's fine. No. Everton would be fine. No. Blackburn would be fine. No, they've taken Arsenal off us as well. Preston, they get a few fans in, don't they? No. Villa would be perfect. No. Wigan would be rubbish, so we'll get this one. Poor old Fleetwood. And Mansfield, yeah, see, this is the sort of rubbish we don't want. Mansfield or Notts County, and that is us, isn't it? 'Cause it's got the delay, which means it's us. Unless I didn't click the button. Oh, Leicester came out and I didn't notice. Hooray, we survived. Leeds, perfect. No. Huddersfield, I don't know. I don't know how many fans Huddersfield get. Boston, they're probably happy with that as a draw, and it gets Boston out of our way as well, which is good. We don't want Bristol Rovers or Tranmere. Poor old Bolton. So, I mean, Bolton will probably be quite happy. That Stoke is okay, but we've avoided them. Brighton will be fun. A nice trip to the seaside in January. No. West Ham in the Championship, interestingly. This would be perfect. Nope. Hull is fine. No. There can't be many teams left in this. This would be spot on. Manchester City. No. QPR. No. Swindon. National League Swindon. No. Fulham. No. Tottenham. I mean, you know which of the good teams we want now. Two of them have just gone there. This is taking... We don't want Rochdale. We're going to get someone rubbish, aren't we? Manchester United are still in the hat, which is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. There are so few teams left in this, and we are still amongst them. There aren't many teams left we would want at this point. We don't want trash like this away from home. So, of the teams that are left... The only ones we'd really want, I guess, Palace, Man United, Watford, Bristol City even. But we're going to get Carlisle, aren't we? Or Cambridge. Burton or Bristol... No, just Bristol City. This is us, Bristol City. Bristol City away is fine. They are a big-ish club, attendance-wise, I believe. It's just gone alphabetical now. No, still down here. So Bristol City, let's look at their attendances. And so they are still a championship club, mid-table championship side. And their attendance is at home. They're having a torrid time of things as well. but similar to Bradford. I mean, I guess they're getting slightly more than Bradford, somewhere in the high teens, low 20s. Probably for us, they might get 12 to 15,000, but that is still a nice, juicy payday. And if they carry on in the terrible form that they're in, we might just be able to sneak another upset, which would be awesome. So that will be coming up in the next episode. In fact, there you go. We get Bristol City away and Kings Lynn both in the same episode. What more could you possibly want? A shirt from the link in the description, you say? Maybe. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.